So, the Punto. I don't like it, but I don't know. Appreciate it, respect it. Not sure. It's not a car that ticks my boxes. But I guess that's probably why I wouldn't buy one myself. I didn't go out and buy a Punto thinking I really wanted a Punto. I've never really been drawn to the Fiat brand. I don't know why. I do quite like the twin air funny noised Fiat 500s. But beyond that, I've never really been overly excited about the Fiats, unless you go really, really old. The Grande Punto though, I said I'd do a video when I finished, once it's got its MOT. So it did pass the MOT. Bit of bright sunshine today. It did pass the MOT. It's got a couple of things just advisory, which are around like corrosion. So, you know, it's 2007. It's got 118-ish thousand miles on the clock. Oh, see, it's all out of shape. 180,000-ish on the clock. So you can't expect it to be immaculate. There's a note on there about the seal, which I can show you in a sec. And it is just like surface corrosion and stuff. So there's nothing major on here now. It's done. You can hear it ticking over behind me. It ticks over nicely. It feels like the clutch isn't very smooth when the car's cold. So I don't know whether that's a sign the clutch is going or not. I wouldn't have thought it would have been, because I think that's, anyway, I don't really know, but it does drive okay. It stops and starts okay. Obviously brakes are all good. Tyres on the front are brand spanking, so it's in decent enough shape. And that's the thing, I don't love it, but if I'm buying this as a first car, it's got a full year's MOT, it's got 5 doors. I've just recently sorted out the windows, so let me show you around. Now giving it a good clean, let me show you around. So as you can see, it is done. I give it a polish as well. So there are some parts of the paint which are a bit flat. There are things like, you'll notice on there, where there's, you know, it's been badly painted at some point. There's a little sort of corrosion here. The headlights I gave them a bit of a polish as well, so they've come out relatively well. The wheels, you can see they're absolutely nibbled massively, but a car of this age and value, if I refurbish them, it's not going to make any difference to the price of the car, so I'm not really going to change them. You can see the brakes are a bit worn, but they're not done. It looks almost like underspray on there. No idea what that is. But yeah, that's just typical of the car really. There's little marks and dents all over it. There's no major, so there's another little bit there. There's no major issue with it. What else can I show you? Rear windows. So I did I took the wind deflectors off. I think it looks a lot better without them. I've given it a good shampoo and clean inside. There's still marks on it. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's sort of glue or paint, I don't know, but same on the driver's side, it's still marks, but it's a lot better than it was, and it's still a bit damp actually from doing it. So the stereo, I think it's meant to have a thing around there for that particular stereo, but it will do. The dash, you see, as I put it back on again, there is a little split there. This doesn't sit quite right. Oh, there you go, this doesn't sit quite right, but it does still work. And I had to I bonded it behind here to help like hold it and grab it, but it wouldn't stay on. It was still trying to pull away from here, so I ended up putting a couple of screws here, because when the doors close you don't notice. I was going to do the windows then, but I've just polished them all up, so I don't have to do that. But the windows are all working. The stereo, let's see, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, it hasn't got an aerial either. So if I turn it on my Bluetooth, you can hear fuzzy noise. It's connected to Bluetooth audio, which is the phone, so I might end up losing the phone if I connect it, so I'm not doing that. Rear doors, yeah, so now the windows work properly, so I'm hoping that any moisture that was getting in isn't going to happen. Boot, oh, there's a spider crack there as well, can you see that? Sort of a spider crack from someone reversing into the wall, maybe that wall, but we won't talk about that. This side of the car, so you can see a bit of residue from the polish and the wax that I've left on. As you were really, on the other side, it's got things like there, and when it says about outer sill, it's that one. So you can see there's a bit of light surface corrosion on there, which, you know, by the time it actually rots through, the car's probably ready for the scrappy anyway. So you could do something with that, should you want to, but it's reflective of the rest of the car really. This side, all the warning lights are, as you expect, the handbrake's on, doors open, and I haven't got my seatbelt on. So those are all as you expect them to be. There is something really annoying that, if you can hear that clicking? That's the cable tie, and I've left it on there, so that is really annoying. Yeah, whether I'll need to do that, if a prospective buyer comes and listens to that and isn't happy, it's going to be a right pain in the arse, because you've got to get the steering wheel off, which means getting the airbag off. I've no idea how they did that, because the holes you pop through to get the steering wheel off, or the airbag off, they aren't there. They haven't been pierced, so somehow they managed to take it out. Maybe they took the steering column off when they were stripping the car, don't know. Well, that was there before me. I didn't do that screw. Someone's left that screw there. Right. That is that. I suppose we might as well walk round to the this side. Right. There we go. An engine. So we did do. You can see the belt there. You can even see it looks new. We did the belts, timing belt, and aux belt. Did the oil change. Did the coolant. Did the sump got changed. Battery died. Put a new one on. Put a nice big strap on there to make sure it definitely will not. I mean, that is going absolutely nowhere. Bit crude, but it's solid. Washer jets. I might have mentioned that. We did the washer jets as well, so they've been dealt with. It's had a new pump on it. Didn't need one, but it ended up getting one because I thought that might be the problem. Beyond that, it's just an engine. Yeah. So that little walk around of the Punto might give you a bit of an appreciation as to why it's not my favourite car on the planet. It wasn't bought to do anything other than tinker with and improve it and get a full MOT on it. And I did that, and then it sat for a year. Well, my nephew didn't end up getting his driving licence, but it sat for a while. It's gone back round for the MOT, and it hasn't really given me much grief apart from a bit of moisture getting in. I'm assuming that's this rear window. So beyond that, and then obviously the battery's not getting charged up because it's not getting driven, it's been alright. I mean, you can hear it ticking over nicely. I'll give it a bit of gas. Nothing wrong with that, is there? So yeah, hopefully it'll go to a new owner and they'll love it and we're all groovy. So the rest of the cars that I've got at the moment, the Fiesta, let's have a quick look round. I'll spin it around again. So the rest of the cars we've got at the minute, that's got a few things I want to do with it. I'm still don't know why. That the key will work intermittently. It works sometimes, then it doesn't work, and then it locks you out and it doesn't, which is why the key cover is off this side, because sometimes I have to break into my own car, the alarm goes off, and then I put the key in ignition and it's alright. So I don't know why that's like that. The Fiesta is currently for sale. I've had a couple of interested people, but no one's really gone for it yet. It may be a touch overpriced, we'll see. It can come down a bit, so there's a bit of movement on that one if need be. In the garage is the bike, which is also still for sale. I've had so many people say, I'm definitely coming to look at it, and then not. One person came and had a look, and it seems to me like they really wanted this or a 2009. Now, if you kind of heart set on two, then you're going to make a choice quite quickly, and it seems like the 2009 is one for them. Now, 4 year newer bike with a completely different engine as well, so that's that. This poor thing hasn't gone anywhere. The XR hasn't gone anywhere for a while. It needs a bit of TLC, TLC. I want to give it a polish, I want to give it a clean. Probably change the wheels and get some off eBay if I can, because they're a bit corroded. So a nice set of wheels. I think I'm going to have to say it, I don't know. And then we're on to the XFR. The XFR is, well, it's going nowhere in a hurry. I had a bit of a misfire, a bit of a funny wobble, which it got over. Hasn't happened again. I've had one on the passenger side. Front tyre keeps getting a bit of a low warning, low pressure warning. Top it back up and it's all right. So I don't know whether someone's been messing with it or whether it actually has got a slow puncture. I don't know. And it's got the forward assist warning. I have found that there's also a way to get the oh, here comes what's his name, Jim. So yeah, that needs a supercharger. That I think you can make it whine a lot by taking the air out, air induction, and getting the air induction sorted. So hopefully that's a little tour of what's going on. We've got a few things to play with still. These two are going. and then we'll get back to the others. So let me know what you think. If you think there's any further improvements you do before you sell it, let me know. If you think you've got any ideas of what I can do to fix some of the other ones, give me a shout. But that's it for a little while, I think. Once these two are gone, I'll pick up some more car stuff. But until then, I think I'm going to have a bit of a breather.